Our journey starts with the notorious Black Hat hackers. These shadowy figures lurk in the depths of the digital world. Their motives often driven by personal gain, greed, power, or outright malicious intent. They're the ones who break the rules, crossing the boundaries of legality to steal sensitive data, launch destructive cyber attacks, and craft malicious software, or malware, that can cripple systems and networks. Their activities are not just a threat on a personal level, but they can also wreak havoc on organizations, causing financial losses, reputational damage, and operational disruption. On a larger scale, these Black Hat hackers can even pose significant threats to national security, targeting critical infrastructures and compromising sensitive government data. So, when we talk about hackers, these are the bad guys that often spring to mind. Black Hat hackers are indeed the bad guys of the digital world. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, we have the White Hat hackers. These digital knights in shining armor are the heroes of the cyber realm. Often referred to as ethical hackers, their quest is to safeguard systems and networks from their Black Hat counterparts. Their mission? To improve security by identifying vulnerabilities and patching them up before they can be exploited. Their methods mirror those of Black Hat hackers. They probe, test, and assault systems. But their intent is what sets them apart. Instead of exploiting vulnerabilities for personal gain, they expose these weak spots to the system owners, often providing solutions to fix them. Many organizations employ these ethical hackers, recognizing their value in strengthening defenses and warding off potential attacks. Independent White Hat hackers also contribute to global security, participating in bug bounty programs or volunteering their skills for a safer digital world. White Hat hackers are the good guys, ensuring a safer digital environment for us all. In the middle ground, we find the Gray Hat hackers. These are the characters that defy the binary division of the hacker world. They're neither villains nor heroes, but hover in the nebulous space in between. Gray Hat hackers often engage in activities that could be deemed illegal, such as probing systems without permission. But here's the twist. Their intentions aren't necessarily malicious. They're like digital vigilantes, working outside the law to serve a greater good. They often stumble upon vulnerabilities in systems, not to exploit them, but to expose them. They might break into a network without consent, only to reveal its weak spots to the organization or the public. However, they don't always obtain the necessary authorization before conducting their tests, which puts them on shaky legal ground. In essence, Gray Hat hackers blur the ethical boundaries of hacking. They challenge our notions of right and wrong, pushing us to rethink our perspectives on cybersecurity. Scene Script. Script kiddies are a unique breed of hackers. Unlike their more skilled counterparts, they aren't particularly tech-savvy. Instead, they rely heavily on readily available scripts or hacking tools to execute their cyber attacks. Imagine someone who doesn't know how to cook, but uses a ready-made mix to bake a cake. That's the essence of a script kiddie in the hacking world. Their motivations are as diverse as they come. Some seek the thrill of breaching a system, while others do it for the sheer fun of causing digital chaos. Yet others are driven by a desire for notoriety within certain online communities. Their lack of advanced technical skills doesn't make them harmless, though. A script kiddie with a powerful tool can still cause significant disruptions, especially if they target vulnerable systems. So while they may not pose the most significant threat in the grand scheme of things, their actions can still cause harm. Now, let's talk about state-sponsored hackers. These are not your average hackers. They are elite teams of cyber warriors, often operating under the cloak of government support. Their missions? Espionage, cyber warfare, and advancing their nation's interests in the digital arena. It's a high-stakes game of cat and mouse, where the prize is not just money, but power, influence, and strategic advantage. Imagine this. Highly skilled professionals, armed with the most advanced tools and technologies, backed by virtually limitless resources. Their targets? Anything from government agencies, critical infrastructure, to multinational corporations. The purpose? It could be to steal state secrets, disrupt critical services, or even to manipulate public opinion. The world of state-sponsored hackers is shrouded in secrecy, but one thing is clear. Their actions can have massive implications, not just on the digital landscape, but on the real world too. State-sponsored hackers are highly sophisticated and well-resourced, often engaging in large-scale cyber operations. Hacktivists are hackers with a cause. They're not in it for personal gain or to cause chaos. Rather, they're driven by a desire to effect social or political change. They believe in the power of the digital realm to reshape our world, and they use their skills to make their voices heard. Their actions often take the form of digital protests. They might deface websites with messages, launch denial-of-service attacks against organizations they perceive as corrupt, or leak sensitive information to expose wrongdoing. However, it's important to remember that despite their noble intentions, these actions can be illegal and carry significant risks. Although some view hacktivism as a form of digital vandalism, others see it as a modern form of civil disobedience. And while the legal and ethical implications of hacktivism are hotly debated, one thing is clear: hacktivists are passionate about their causes, and they're willing to push boundaries to make a difference. Hacktivists aim to raise awareness, spark change, or expose injustices through digital means. Malicious insiders are individuals within organizations who abuse their access and privileges to commit cybercrimes. They're like wolves in sheep's clothing, blending into their environment while causing immense damage. These insiders can range from disgruntled employees seeking revenge to individuals lured by the prospect of financial gain. Their activities often involve data theft, sabotage, or even espionage. The scary part is, these individuals are challenging to detect. Unlike external threats, they already have the keys to the kingdom, so to speak. They operate from within, often bypassing security measures due to their legitimate access to sensitive systems and data. Traditional defenses that keep outsiders at bay don't work as effectively against this internal menace. For organizations, it's a constant game of cat and mouse, trying to identify unusual behavior patterns and access anomalies. Despite these difficulties, it's crucial not to underestimate the potential harm they can cause. Malicious insiders are a significant internal threat to organizations. Hackers, in all their forms, have a profound impact on the digital world. The actions of hackers ripple out, creating waves that can crash into every corner of our lives. Let's delve into the consequences of their actions. When black hat hackers breach a system, they often steal sensitive data. This could be anything from credit card numbers to personal identification information. This kind of data theft can lead to identity theft, financial loss, and a breach of personal privacy. In the wrong hands, such information can cause irreparable damage. Then there's the disruption of services. When hackers attack a system, they can cause it to shut down. This shutdown can impact critical services like healthcare, banking, and government services. Imagine a hospital unable to access patient records, or a bank unable to process transactions. The ripple effects can be catastrophic. The financial impact of hacking is also significant. Recovering from a cyber attack can cost millions or even billions of dollars. This includes the cost of fixing the breached system, compensating affected parties, and improving security measures. These costs can cripple businesses and can be a massive blow to economies. Furthermore, the damage to national security cannot be understated. State-sponsored hackers can infiltrate government systems, stealing sensitive information and disrupting critical operations. They can potentially compromise a nation's defense systems, creating a significant risk to national security. However, not all impact is negative. White hat hackers help improve cybersecurity, making our digital world safer. Their work can lead to stronger security measures and better protection for sensitive data. The actions of hacktivists can also lead to positive change. Through their activities, they can expose injustices and spark social and political change. But it's important to remember that the means to such ends often involve crossing legal and ethical boundaries. In conclusion, the impact of hackers is far-reaching and multifaceted. Their actions can lead to data breaches, financial losses, disruptions in critical services, and even damage to a nation's security. Understanding the motivations and methods of these hackers is crucial in defending against their threats.